Hello and welcome to the second ever official Vloggermores video. To avoid redundancy, I will not say what my videos are about, because they will be more or less what your videos are about. Except that mine has a little segment about naming things, because you said I should name things more, so I'm gonna name things. This is Wilhelm, he's an idiot, and he's named after the Wilhelm scream. He is a dumb keyboard, one of the worst keyboards I think possible. Still functional, but just awful enough so that it hinders your ability to type. So here we go, my friend, regarding your current crisis. You're in some ways correct. Your fantastic little video was a once-in-a-lifetime video. But every video is a once-in-a-lifetime video if you think about it. And yes, for you, there is never going to be another March 11th, 2012. Because for you, March 11th, 2012 has already come to pass. Yet on the other side of the world, I sit here in my chair experiencing the exact same date. That does not mean, however, that they are the same day. It is hours and hours after your March 11th, 2012, and yet here I am experiencing my own March 11th, 2012 in my own way. Just like the Michael you know in your mind, and the Michael I know in my mind are both completely different and the same person. As cliched as it sounds, every moment is a once-in-a-lifetime moment. And every moment can be as strange and as wondrous as we want it to be. For example, what the hell was I doing in a pressurized oxygen tank this morning? I don't really know.
This is actually not as fun as it looks.
But when it comes to your life, Michael, what are you doing with your life? You're living it. You're sucking the marrow out of it. You're also dying. Which brings me to the real purpose of this video, Sherlock. From here on out, there's going to be a lot of spoilery tomfoolery in regards to the first season of BBC's Sherlock. Right, so when Holmes, Moriarty, and Watson were by the pool where the boy drowned, and Holmes said to Moriarty, "People have died," and Moriarty said, "That's what people do." That line stuck with me for a while because it was one of the more ominous messages a TV villain has screamed into the night. Moriarty is one of the more intriguing villains I've seen. Because he's so fascinatingly quirky. He's got the cunning to match Sherlock and effectively pull off so many ingenious crimes that he appears to be almost omnipotent. Also, he's exceedingly creepy, which adds to his character beautifully. Now, as far as I've gotten, I've only seen a bit of him, and the cliffhanger still hasn't resolved, but I'm going to go ahead and assume that John lives. It's interesting that they call each other by their first names in this series. It took a while to realize that John now meant Dr. Watson, because in different contexts, there are so many Johns that John could be. Why does there have to be such an abundance of Johns in this world? Anyways, I really like John as the main character. At least I think he's the main character. I adore the formatting. I love the whole white text next to the person when they're checking a phone or whatnot. Oh, okay, back to Dr. Watson. His character is just so fun in this series. I just love Martin Freeman's delivery of every one of his lines. Dr. Watson is brilliant in his own way, and he says the most satisfying things and contributes to the most humorous moments. On one hand, he's really awkward with women, which makes him all the more pitiable. Yet on the other, he's a total badass. That first episode when he shot the cab driver, that was so ridiculous. Scary as hell what that man can do. But that was impressive. By the way, yeah. Remember that thing where I pick up accents as I watch things? Well, I've been trying to shake a British accent for a week, so if I kind of dip into that, I'm sorry. But then again, Holmes himself has his own fair share of moments. For example, in that same episode, when he was talking to Lestrade outside of the building, and they were figuring out who actually shot the cabbie, he just kind of looked at Watson, just standing there, and said, "Ignore everything I just said." And Lestrade said, "What?" And Holmes said, "Oh, it's the shot! Look, I have a blanket!" Because having a blanket clearly justifies any lapses in mental soundness, Mr. Holmes. Good move. Holmes is fun to watch. One cannot deny the fact that he's kind of an ass. I mean, who the hell shoots rented walls when they're bored? But I guess that's part of being a nicotined-up genius. The casting was perfect. Benedict pulls off Holmes so well. And Martin Freeman is doing a splendid job of being Dr. Watson. Also, my go-to movie expert, our friend Oreo, enlightened me last night to the fact that Martin Freeman is Bilbo Baggins. I have pretty low expectations for The Hobbit, so I really hope this goes well for their sake. Also, Cumberbatch is in it, apparently. So now I'm having mixed thoughts when it comes to the newest addition to the stellar Lord of the Rings movie series. I really hope this goes well. Because, frankly, I have a pretty solid opinion when it comes to movies being made out of books. Phew, so those are a few things about Sherlock. And I hope you're sleeping soundly right now at 4:46 in the morning. And I'm looking forward to your next video, hopefully about less crisis-y things. This is Fury, signing off. See you anon, my friend.